Yeah.
No one has ever built an entire house from scratch.
But you have, Captain.
Come down to Texas. These are tumors. Look, cancer. Yes, pack your stuff. We're getting out of town.
This scene is medical, so I run the call.
Hey guys, good evening. Happy Power Hour. Most of you know I'm battling something. Still super sick. But I'm here. So thank you all for being here. Hi, Karen. If y'all see me disappear and I turn off the camera, it's because I'm blowing my nose or something. So y'all get me in all my glory. As you're hopping on, just drop in the chat where you're from. I always like to see where people are from. For those of you who don't know, I live in Florida and we're preparing. It's like supposed to freeze tonight. So those of you that think we just have it like super cool and warm in Florida, it's actually freezing tonight. Matt was like putting a heater by the pump or something, and we have a heater for our dogs in the garage. We're winterizing here in Florida, okay? So just drop in the chat where you're from. Oh, Ohio, yeah, I know. Oh, Michigan, okay. I won't complain about being cold. But so glad to have you on tonight, all of you. And we're going to go ahead and get started. It is right at 8 o'clock. So, like I said, you all just bear with me. I will do my best. I don't have any like mind-blowing tricks or anything. I will go over something. I did a training last night for Brian Fryer's boot camp. I don't know if any of you, can't see all your names, are in there or not. But I did do a training in there, and these people were just kind of like blown away. I've done it on Power Hour before, so I did share it with you all first. So I will go over that while I have you all. Sorry. Sorry. I did go back to the doctor today. I went to the doctor one time. This is Jay, like 9 or 10. And I went back to the doctor today. They gave me some steroids and a new antibiotic. I don't know what this plague is that I've had, the plague of 2020, as I like to call it, because I have been so sick, you guys. So anyhow, let's go ahead and jump to it. I know most of you, yeah, you don't have to be Maryland by no means. It was just a group that he's an independent coach. He's not with the company, and he just asked me to do a training. And you all are going to get it tonight too. So if you're not in there, you didn't miss anything from me. I posted about it a while back. It's just kind of just like a generic training group. Never any pressure. He just asked me to be in it. And I am, Coach Fryer is going to be doing some training in the Truest Ones page towards the end of the month. So if you all need to be added, or if you want to be added, make sure you message me and I can get you added to the Truest Ones page, because that's where he'll be doing his training later this month. I'm going to go ahead and give you all an assignment because I need to go get my charger and I need to go get some tissue. So I know most of you are in your customer group page. You've probably already, commented on 10 or more posts, but if not, and even if you have, go comment again. It's not going to hurt anything. I want you all to take this time, go in your customer page, wherever you put your potentials, whatever, maybe you have a shared group, whatever, go in that page and comment on 10 posts with 5 words or more. 10 posts with 5 words or more in your customer support page. So I'm going to let you all work on that. I'm going to go get a tissue and a charger, and I'll be back. Sorry, I had to go grab tissues and a charger. So if you're just joining us, we're commenting in our customer support page, whatever that looks like to you, whatever customer page you're in, where you're putting your potentials. We're commenting on 10 posts with 5 or more words. In most cases, most of you have already done this. It's 8 o'clock at night. I know a lot of you get it done in the morning, but what does it hurt? Go comment on 10 more. So, and when you're done, just drop done in the chat. So I know. All right, just as y'all are finishing, drop finished or done in the chat. If you're joining us late, I'll repeat it again. We're commenting on 10 posts in our customer support page. Wherever you put your customers or if you put your prospects, just take a minute with 5 or more words. Did manage to wash my hair today, so I'm improving a little bit. Yeah, there's been some other really good trainings so far in there. I know, Vicki, you're in there. And it just actually started today. Like I was a bonus tip in that group, and then Kimberly Olson was a bonus. So this first one actually started today. All right, I see some of you starting to finish up. Yeah, there's some good stuff in there for sure. All right, I'm going to, in the chat, I'm going to put a link. I think that link will work. Let me double check this link. I just had a couple of things. Yeah, that's right. A couple of things I wanted to go over okay, so in the chat, I just dropped it in there, is a Zoom that Allie and I did a few weeks ago, for people that are having trouble with links and getting people to order. I highly recommend watching this video. I have it posted in Tru Power. I think a lot of you have seen it, but I've also seen a lot of people struggling or asking questions. So please, you don't need to watch it right now. Just maybe save the link, send it to yourself, put it in a group chat, click on it now, save it for later. Please take the time to watch this video and share it with your team, because I think it'll answer a lot of questions that people are having. So a little bit of updates on the website and kind of like a corporate's point of view. they were in town this weekend. Kaylee had her boot camp this weekend, which was a great boot camp. So thank you to everyone that came to that. And thank you for Kaylee for putting that together. So then Crystal River and Sean came to town. For those of you who don't know, Sean is one of our co-founders, and he shared some information with us that the website, we're going to have big news on the website. So I guess they're making some changes. He did mention something about a new product. He didn't give us any details, though. People really tried. But I know some things have been being tested. And that's really all I can say. So website updates, hopefully coming soon. I know us 5 stars and up have a call with IT tomorrow to get some updates on the websites and stuff too. So obviously, as we find things out, they kind of just trickles down. So we'll let you all know some updates on that. But in the meantime, please make sure you watch this video that is in the chat. I think it's really important. I think it'll make your life a little bit easier. It did mine and explained a few things. So just when you have a chance, make sure you watch that YouTube video, share it with whoever. Trying to think about some other things I wanted to talk to you all about. Let's talk about your resolutions. I want to know, how are those going for you all? It's, the 20th of January. I have not stepped foot in the gym. I've been so sick. So my New Year's resolutions, I feel like have been kind of put on the back burner, but luckily I'm super motivated. So when the time is right, I will be back when my body can handle it. So let me just back up a little bit. I went on family vacation. I left January 2nd. And then when I came home, I went to the Rachel Hollis event in Fort Myers, which was an incredible event. I've had a lot of people ask me about it. If you aren't familiar with Rachel Hollis, I highly recommend being familiar with her. I love her. Somebody told me the other day, she's like, I just don't like her. I'm like, oh, then you probably wouldn't like the conference. So, you know how some people just, you really click with and some you don't. So I absolutely love Rachel Hollis. If you haven't looked into her, I highly recommend it. But so I got off the plane for family vacation and went to the Rachel Hollis event, which was amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. So if she's coming to a city near you, she's doing a business one in Austin in November, I think. So I'm planning on going to that again, because this one wasn't business. This was just like a personal development one. And I'm telling you all, what an incredible way to like start the new year with like 4,000 women. And it was just like super empowering, super motivating. There were tears, there was happiness, it was deep, y'all. It was really, really, really good. But I came back like super motivated and excited, and I also came back sick. So my whole year, I feel like I haven't even got to start my new year. I had like all these dreams and all these goals and all these plans, and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And y'all, I've been so sick. I've just been functioning at the minimum capacity. So that's kind of how my new year started out. Yes, I saw where she's going to be in Toronto. Nana, I don't know if that, I assume, is that you, Deb? So I highly recommend it. Like, go do it, y'all. If you have the opportunity to see her, if it's in your means, take some friends, take your daughter, take your teammates, and go. So that's kind of how my year has started out. Not exactly how I planned. The plague of 2020. And then I get on an airplane on Monday to go to California. So my whole New Year's just kind of been put off. But my point with that being, even if like you're late starting, or if you have some goals and you have some ideas, it's okay. You don't have to start on January 1st. I saw where she was at that summit event too. So this was like 3 whole days of her. So I can imagine seeing her once. This was 3 whole days of her. So that was super incredible. So enough about Rachel Hollis. She's great. She's amazing. My point was, if you haven't gotten started or not really sure where to go to know your New Year's goals or whatever, I highly recommend. It's not too late to get started. I like reading her books too, Trinity, but I also like listening to her books when she reads them because it's her voice doing it. And I don't know, it's super motivating and encouraging to me. So I haven't got to see or talk to you all, and I haven't done a power hour. Who picked a word for the year? If you picked a word for the year, drop it in the chat. I'm just curious to know. Like I said, we're a little late. I realize it's January 20th, but it's not too late to get started. If you picked a word for the year, I'm just curious. I'm going to know what it is. Drop it. Yeah, the audio is really good because it's her reading her story. Persistence. Love it. And Rachel talked a little bit about the word too. Mine was intentional. That's kind of been my word for this year. I want to be more intentional in everything I do. I'm really busy all the time, and sometimes I take for granted, and I just try to get everything done and don't go through and enjoy the actual motions. Abundance, focused, fearless. Good ones. Fearless was my word last year. If your word doesn't scare the hell out of you, think about another one. That's what Rachel told us on day 1. And by day 3, some people had changed their word. Allie changed her word. Mine, I kept mine because, like I said, I would just want to be more intentional at everything I do, whether it's with my family, with my job, with my team, with whatever I'm doing. I just want to be more intentional and live in the moment. Courage. Some good ones. Cool. If you haven't picked one, you still can. It's not the end of the world. Fortitude. Oh, I love that. Perfect. That's a good one, Lise. So let's move on. Let's talk about, I want to quickly show you all the training that I did yesterday in that group page so you don't feel like you missed anything. Like I said, I've done it on here before, but let's just quickly recap it. So let me share my screen. I'm going to show you all really quick what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Let's go over here. So what I talked about on that call was a spot to find some new prospects. And it all starts here over on the events page. Now it looks a little bit different on your phone. I like the way it looks better on a laptop. I can function better with it on a laptop, but you all can follow along with your phone if you want. So let's go to the events tab. I'm sure most of you use this a lot anyway, because we talk a lot about birthdays and birthday reminders and things like that. So let's just mosey on over here. And you can't really hurt anything in here, guys. So I encourage you to just kind of like take a look at it. So here we are at the events, and obviously we can see upcoming birthdays. That's important. So if every day you're like, oh, I didn't know it was so-and-so's birthday, you can go to the events tab and you can see, upcoming birthdays if you want to plan ahead, if you will. But I want to talk specifically, and there's the whole birthday thing right there. But I want to talk about events and specifically see this networking. What are we? Network marketing professionals. So it makes sense. So let's check out this tab. Now, please note there are other tabs. See all these other tabs? Fitness, health. Maybe you're into crafts. Maybe you're into dance. Everyone's into food, right? Okay, but let's specifically talk about networking and just click on it. Now, I live in a really, really small town here. So I'm going to pick Jacksonville because I know what I want to show you all on here. So maybe picking like a bigger town that's close to your town. So I would pick Gainesville because that's somewhere I go. But there's specifically an event that I want to show you all under Jacksonville. And I'm not opposed to driving. Jacksonville is about 2 hours from me. And I have some girls that live in Jacksonville. They're probably on the call. I know they saw it last night. So I expect them to be at this event. So here's their chamber meeting, which I think getting involved with your local chamber, I mean, obviously don't drive 2 hours and get involved with the chamber there because that's not really where you live, but a local chamber is good. But this was the one I specifically, oh shoot. Sorry, I moved a button. I wanted to talk about this one. So let's click on Women on the Rise in Jacksonville. Let's talk about this one for a minute. I'll tell you why this one really interests me, okay? Because we always hear, like, I'm out of people to talk to, or we hear money's made in Messenger. How do I get people in Messenger? Who's thought that, right? I mean, sure, you tell us money's made in Messenger, but how do I get these people in my Messenger? Or maybe you've talked to everyone you know, everyone about your business, your opportunity, whatever. So let's look at this. This is what's really cool. Meeting sponsor. Hey, Heather, sorry. So let me just answer her. She's new. I'll just work with me. Okay. And I can't get rid of her. There we go. So, here we go. I just wanted to show you all this. Have the opportunity to sponsor our meeting and make a 15-minute presentation about your business. Please note, we're an organization and became considered a charitable organization, right? Or a donation. So if you don't have $150, I'm not saying this is something you have to go and do, by no means. I'm just telling you that this is a good opportunity if you have the $150 in your budget, if you have the availability, if this is something you can do. Maybe you want to split it with like another local True Vision person. Sorry guys. And so far, 321 people are interested. It's kind of like a hot thing. If not, here's this Diva ticket for $10, right? You can go. The important thing is this is listed under a networking event. So people are showing up here with the intention to network. That's what they want to do. They want to learn. They want to talk. They want to know more. That's what this event is for. So I just wanted to show this to you all. And then another thing that's important here is who's hosting this. So that's something I want to look at. So I'm going to click on who's hosting it and go check out their page, see what else is going on here, right? So it shows a little bit about their story. I've liked it. You can kind of scroll through. You can see their website. You can learn more about what they're doing. I mean, it just seems like a really good fit for most of us in this space in our business. It seems like a really good place, right? So anyhow, I just kind of learned a little bit more about this, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, cool. I mean, if I lived in Jacksonville, I would definitely be jumping all over this opportunity because it seems like such a great fit for us and what we're doing, and definitely that sponsorship event opportunity. I think that's really good for $150. Like I said, go that. So this is definitely something I wanted to show you all. There are so many different events. see me now? Am I actually back? Can you see me now? Okay, you can't hear me? I don't know what's going on. Okay. Okay, sorry. I have no idea. I guess I just lost y'all. Sorry about that. So, as you can see, we can go back to that for a minute because let's go back. Because I hope you all were seeing what I was doing. Debbie just told me it's frozen. So when you go back here, you can see you can pick a different town, you can pick categories, family friendly, obviously. I encourage you all just get over there and start playing your events tab. I also encourage you when you're setting things up, say you're going to do a call or you're going to do some sort of team training. I know when Allie and I we're doing those testimonials, like the live testimonials, which we'll probably do again soon. But we did a couple last year. That sounds weird to say. We created an event for that so that if people were scrolling through, they could see it. So I highly encourage that if that is something you all are interested in doing. But get over there and play in those events tabs. It's a great place to like zone in specifically on, you know, your specific client. Maybe there's like a mom's day out. Maybe there's, you know, a cooking class, whatever your interest is, it's probably somewhere in the events tab. I didn't show you this, but used to, until Facebook figured it out, I guess, you could see everyone that was interested in going. And I'm like, what a great way to connect with people who are obviously like-minded, but now you can't. But there's a discussion tab. And then also a lot of times there's a community affiliated with that group, like a community chat or a group page. So I know when we went to that Rachel Hollis event, there was a group page with it and you just had to like show proof of your ticket or whatever. And you could be in this group page with like 4,000 other like-minded women, obviously, that were going to Rachel Hollis to, you know, self-improvement, things like that. And I've used that group page a lot and made a lot of connections with other people. So while we are talking about interest pages, something else I shared last night, some of you may know this, some of you, this may be completely new to you because it was pretty new to me. In your interest pages, and let's talk about that because some of you are clueless, like, what are you talking about? You should be involved in some sort of interest pages. And when I say interest pages, I mean, we'll use me for specifically, I'm in a bunch of IVF group pages because I'm going through IVF, so I've learned a lot. Or maybe you have like Hashimoto's, or maybe you enjoy cooking, or maybe enjoy knitting, or maybe you love your cat. Getting involved in these specific group pages that are genuinely of interest to you. Maybe your fitness pages. I'm in several fitness pages, recipe pages. There's a group page out there for everything. So I want to take a minute. And this is your assignment. I want you to go find 3 new interest pages to join. Okay, so I want y'all to just go to the search bar. Maybe it's a mom's group. Maybe it's a fitness group. Maybe it's a local group, local mom's group. I want you to take a minute, go in the search bar, search specifically for interest groups, and ask to join these group pages. So I'm going to give you all a minute. If you have some specific questions on this, if you're completely clueless, let me know. So if you're on your phone, you can just go to the search bar up top and put, I don't know, I'm going to put pet pages. And then I searched it, and you can press groups, and it shows like all these pet groups that you can join. Yes, here we go. Pet pages. Pilo Pets pages, 4.6 members. Let's get more specific. Let's put beagles because I have beagles. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. And then I'm going to press search, and I'm going to press group. So I want you to find 3 new pages that you're genuinely interested in. Like here's a Beagles group page with 26,000 members. A group for Beagle owners to share their photos, stories, and adventures. Sounds cute. Think I'll join. So join group. So you all get my drift here. Go find 3 new interest pages. Maybe you want to do skydiving, blah, blah, blah. Oh, this is serious membership questions here, y'all. Do you own a Beagle? Yes. 2. They're annoying, and I love them. Have you ever owned a Beagle? How many? Yes. 2. Just going to answer that same question. So some of them have questions. Why do you want to be a member of this group? Okay, hold on, Karen. I'll tell you. To show off my dogs. Okay. So Karen, if you're on your phone, I only have an iPhone. I only speak iPhone. So hopefully that's what you have. So there's a little search bar at the of your, at the top of your Facebook page. This little search button, this little thing here. So you click there, and then, like I said, I just put in Beagles. So you could put in knitting, crocheting, and then it also says post, groups, people. I click groups, and then it shows me all the groups involving Beagles. You already have yours done. That's good. And on the regular desktop, I'm not sure off the top of my head. We can look on there together. But did you see it, Karen? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like I said, it's just at the top of my phone, and I only speak that little search bar. And then it gives me all these other options, and I press group. And I assume it's similar. And then it pops up all these different groups that involve Beagles. And it tells you how many are in there and things like that. So once you have your 3 groups, you guys, some have to have approving posts. Some you have to answer very critical questions like how many Beagles do you own? So once you have that done, just click done. And some of you have already done it for the day. I try to join at least a couple a day at different interest groups. I mean, Matt tells me I need a hobby, so maybe I do actually need a hobby. Makeup group pages, those are really good. Mom group pages scare me. I'm not gonna lie. I know there's some like really good ones out there, but it scares the hell out of me. My kids are 17 and 14, and they've made it this long without me being in a mom group on Facebook, and I think I can do it. I think I can. But I know there are some really good ones, and like I said, I've made some really good friends like in my IVF group pages, so I'm sure there's some really cool mom groups that aren't scary. I just heard like total horror stories. Can anyone help Karen that has an Android? Because I don't speak Android. I don't know what that looks like, to help her search how to search a group. Yeah, I don't play in those mom groups. See, that's why they scare me, Lacey. And I'm sure there's some good ones because somebody's like, no, my mom group is good. Okay, I bet yours is. But they scare the hell out of me. Does anybody speak Android that can help Karen? If not, I would think on your desktop here. Oh, okay, you got it, Karen? I would think grandma groups aren't as scary. I like to think in my mind that grandma groups aren't as scary, at least. Okay. Yeah, I would think. Sorry, guys, this is just not a good look. I do apologize. Yeah. Anyhow, so let's talk about that. Now you're in these group pages, you all, I highly encourage you. You should be engaging. I mean, obviously, if you're in like 10,000 of them, you would spend your entire day doing it. But here's something really important I want to tell you. Maybe I'll just join grandma group page. Then just act like I'm a grandma. Anyhow, if you want to share content in these group pages, okay, so let's talk about this because this is really important. Say you have a really funny meme you want to share. I shared one in my IVF group page, blah, blah, blah. Here's what you do. You share it to your personal Facebook page first. So you have this really funny video, have this really funny meme, whatever it is, you share it on your personal page first, right? And then from there, you press share on your personal Facebook page. You press share, and it says share to a group, and you type the name of the group, right? And then it shares it directly from your personal page into the group. Why? Because all roads lead back to you. Like if somebody else decides to share it or any type of engagement, things like that, it's going to lead back to your original post. And this is just a great way to potentially meet new people. When you get in these interest pages, it's never our intent to sell them anything. If that is your mindset, erase it. We're not here to sell them anything. We're here to network and meet new friends, right? That's our ultimate goal. We want to continue to grow our list. Who are our potential people? Oh, maybe we start talking. Maybe we start blah, blah, blah. This is what's happened in my IVF group pages. We start talking on a post and we have something similar. So we just like message each other because we have something similar going on. And the next thing you know, we're Facebook friends. It was never my intention to sell them anything. It wasn't my intention to have them, be a True Vision coach. I mean, if that works out, great, wonderful, sounds good. But that's not my intention in these groups. So I try to just be really active and encouraging. And if I can help somebody with a question, I try to answer them. And like I said, the most important thing is sharing content that's valuable to that group. Maybe it's like a healthy recipe that you have. Share that in there, but share it on your personal page first and then share it to that group. Just trust me, it's going to bring it up and the shares will go directly to you and count kind of in Facebook algorithm. It'll help with that. So that's what I wanted to point out. Getting involved in these events pages, finding them, finding new kind of places. And I mean, my God, what if we went out networking? What if we went out networking on purpose to meet new people? Most of us do our business behind the computer, which is great and wonderful. But there's something magical about like actually going to an event and networking with people that have like-minded people. Maybe you want to go into like a fitness, maybe there's like a fitness day or there's like a 5K or something going on. Just getting involved. There's some charitable things there. There's like a whole tab. Sorry guys, I am struggling. There's like a whole tab for like volunteer stuff, things like that. Oh. So I highly encourage you, get involved. That is what's hot right now. That is probably my single most important tip I would tell you right now is getting involved in these like hobby groups or whatever it is and sharing content in them to help people with no intent to sell, but making new friends. We're networking online. That's our job. Let me think what else. Oh, I wanted to quickly mention who has your tickets to Summit. It is August 6th through the 8th in Atlanta, Georgia. It's going to be hotter than the pits of hell. Not really sure whose idea it was to be in Atlanta, Georgia in August, but it's convenient for me. It's convenient for a lot of people, but it's going to be some kind of hot. Do you hear me? Oh my gosh. So yes, I see a lot of you have your tickets. That's super exciting. So here's my encouragement for you for the beginning of the year. Have an idea and have some plans for your True Vision business. I want you all to take it that serious. Do some business planning. Like, how many events am I going to get to this month? What is my budget for these events? How can I budget for these events? Because they're super important. They're also a tax write-off for your business, you guys. You're a business owner. These events, like, businesses are made at events. It's so important. If there's anything I can tell you to do, it's getting to an event, getting to a corporate event if there's a local event, great. There's something magical about being at a corporate event surrounded by people who get what you get and they're doing what you're doing and they're all working towards the same goal. So if you haven't gotten your ticket, I encourage you to. There's usually people that want roommates. It's usually pretty affordable. You can get a roommate, whatever you have to do. I'll never forget, like, the first ones that I went to, there was like 4 people stacked up in one room, 5 people, but they made it happen and they got to the event. So I just wanted to mention that to you all because I know, like I said, it's the beginning of the year, you're planning things for your business. You're planning, finances. Carve out some income, carve out some expense for Summit. It's that important. I promise you. I encourage you to be there. I know I'll start doing contests as it gets a little bit closer for people that have their tickets or they already have their hotel room. I've given away flights. I've given away, travel vouchers. I've given away rooms. Yeah, that's so true. It's such a great time. Sometimes I take advantage of that, Deb. So I'm glad you brought that up. If you've never been to one of our corporate events, our co-founders and owners aren't like the rest in the business. They actually hang out with you. So I've gotten to know, they're literally like my second family at this point, and my brothers. So I've had the opportunity to spend so much time with them, you guys. So this is a great event to get there, meet the owners, let them see. They'll get out there, dance with you. They'll get out there and mingle. They don't just come, step on the stage and disappear. They are there. So if you want that opportunity, meet them, get to know them, get to see their personalities. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. It's so fun with them. So we usually have like a big party at the end and everyone, it's truly like family. So if you're like hesitant, like, I don't know that many people, come. I promise you, it's like one big family and such a great opportunity, like Debbie pointed out, to meet the leadership. And meet the owners. Yes, I'm so excited for you, Ida. So I'm excited for that. The interest pages, I wanted to share with that. Sorry, guys. I'm Charlotte here. St. Louis was a good one. So make sure you get those tickets. Make sure you start talking to your team. Maybe you're just building a team, things like that. Make sure you watch that video that I shared in here. The the Zoom video that Allie and I did talking about links. That's really important. Like I said, corporate, we have 5 startups have a call with corporate tomorrow to go over some things. And then carving out those dates, August 6th through 11th, getting involved, getting those tickets. And I'm going to leave you all with, to get in those, we're going to cut this short, obviously, a little bit because I'm struggling. Look at this. Like, no. I'm going to leave you all with the assignment to, when we get off here, I want you to go in your interest pages and I want you to comment on at least 5 posts. Maybe you have an answer to somebody's question. Maybe you can help them with something. It doesn't have to be the interest group that you joined today. If so, great. But if not, get involved and comment. I want you all doing this every day in those interest group pages. Get in there every single day and comment on something. And I promise you, it's a great way to network, help people, and make some new friends, okay? So I'm sorry, this was not the best power hour by no means. It's been a struggle, but I appreciate you have showed up. You take your business serious. I appreciate all the volunteers that help on Power Hour. We have Kaylee tomorrow morning. Kaylee's always a rock star. She always has some really hot tips. So she's on at 10 a.m. in the morning. Make sure you share that, set your alarm, share your teams. Stay warm. What is the importance of the 5 words in the comments? So that is important. So I think, honestly, like any type of commenting, I think is helpful, but it's something about the 5 that Facebook recognizes as, like, it's not just like a yay, like one word. When you're doing 5 or more words, it has to do with the algorithm, Facebook algorithm. So I don't really know. Facebook just like makes up their own rules and we all just have to follow them. But something as far as it like being recognized and being brought back up and things like that. So anyhow, I appreciate every single one of you for showing up. I know it's a holiday. Most people are off work. My kids, my My senior in high school didn't even know that he didn't have school today. My 14-year-old knew he didn't have school, but my senior didn't. He said, we don't have school Monday. I'm like, no, son. Should have just let him go. God. Anyhow, I hope you all stay warm, feel better, hop on, see Kaylee in the morning. She'll be a rock star. Promise she'll make up for some of the stuff I didn't do. Get in those interest group pages and start commenting. Y'all have a great night, and I promise I'll be back hopefully next week feeling a little bit better. I'll see y'all soon. Good night, guys.